A couple of weeks ago, I met Chris, a subscriber to the channel, for a chat. Now, this was a special moment for Chris because
You are the first native speaker that I have chance to speak to.
his first ever conversation with a native speaker. And that's normal. If you're learning English on your own, in your home country, you might not know anybody else who speaks English. And even if you're in a big city and you've got money for classes, native speakers and native teachers can be hard to come by. So we had a fantastic chat. Chris did great. He has really strong listening skills and he understood everything I was saying. But when I started to really test his speaking skills, he started to struggle. This is why I believe the most difficult skill to practice is speaking. And it's a pattern I've seen again and again in the 10 years I've been teaching English. With the internet, you spend a lot of time studying alone in silence. You have plenty of material to read and listen to. And if you want to write, you can take your time to think about the best way to say something and then check it online. But when it comes to speaking, you have to think of the words and how to put them together really fast. It's a skill, it requires practice, and most learners never practice speaking. Then, when you finally need to say something, you open your mouth and, well, I think Chris sums it up perfectly.
It's much better sounds in my head than when I open my mouth.
Chris's understanding of English is really advanced. He consumes a lot of content. Does this sound familiar? But he doesn't normally have the opportunity to practice speaking. So today, I want to give you 3 tips to practice speaking alone. Tip 1, develop an internal monologue. This is one of my favorite exercises to stop translating in your head. To translate from your first language is too slow for speaking. We need to train your English brain. Start by naming things around you, the cup, a man, computer. You can name actions too, walking, flying, talking. Then add a level of description with some adjectives or adverbs and describe who or what's involved. I'm drinking a cup of tea, the bird is flying, or we're waiting patiently. You can develop this to become a running commentary about what you're doing or what's happening around you. I'm in the shower, I'm using the shampoo to wash my hair, then I'm going to get out and use the towel to dry myself off. Then I'm going to put on my favourite shirt and head out to the shops. Then when you're out and about, you can continue. I'm walking slowly with a smile on my face. Oh, look at them. I wonder what they're arguing about. Maybe you did something wrong. Now, you might be worried about looking a bit strange walking around town speaking English to yourself, but that's not a problem. This exercise is called the internal monologue. It works best if you train the ability to do this in your head. We take the mouth out of the equation and concentrate on thinking in English. I'd still pay attention to pronunciation and even having a nice accent. Make it sound as nice as you can, but silently in your head. Tip 2, imitate recordings. It's like the opposite of the internal monologue. In the internal monologue, we were thinking without speaking. In this exercise, we're speaking without the need to think. It's often used in accent training if you're practicing a particular accent, but it's really useful for general speaking practice too. It just gets your mouth used to producing the sounds. So find some English audio. It could be a podcast, an interview, or your favorite English teacher on YouTube, and just repeat everything back like this.
The best way to practice your
speaking is to get speaking.
You need someone to practice with.
You need someone to practice with.
Wrong.
Right?
In an
Wrong.
ideal world, you'll have
In an
loads
ideal
of
world,
native
you'll have
speakers
loads of
lining up
native
to have
speakers
conversations
lining up
with
to
you
have
and
conversations with you.
correct, and
You
then
just
come
don't
to me
practice.
and
And
say,
then you come to me
I can
and
understand
say, I
English,
can understand
but I
English.
just can't speak.
I
Speaking
just
is a
can't
skill.
speak. Tip number 3, mini presentations. The mini presentation is the best way to practice speaking alone. First, get a speaking prompt. You can find these online or ask ChatGPT to generate English speaking prompts. Then prepare for 1 minute. You can even make some notes. Set a timer for 2 minutes and then speak about your topic. This is great because the time constraint forces you to structure your answer. You have to fill the time, so you're talking for an extended period 2 minutes, quite a long time when you first start. And you have to be concise. You can't just go on and on and on. It's also really good at highlighting any areas of weakness. When you're trying to make your point, you realize, ooh, I need the word to say, or you need to say something with if I hadn't went or been or gone. So you realize you have an area of weakness and you can go away and investigate. To level up, if you're feeling brave, you can even record yourself and listen back. To see Chris doing this with me, it's this video, and to see me doing this on my own with full examples and explanations, it's this video here.